guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Thank you for joining me today, guys. You are not going to regret clicking on this video. I am here joined by Tauron, who's currently top 10 in the world. Not using this deck, guys. He's actually using this Giant Skeleton Miner Tesla Baby Dragon Balloon. Are you kidding me? This is gonna be an amazing video, guys. I've been watching him. He's in a match right now. I've been watching him play live for maybe about a half an hour before I hit the record button, and there's just something so satisfying between the combination of Tauron's play, just so technically sound. I've watched 5 matches. He went 4-in-1, pushed all the way to top 10, and he didn't make any mistakes. I never saw him once make a mistake. So he is so technically just incredible at this game. And then you mix that with the fact that he's playing a Giant Skeleton deck in top 10 ladder this late into the season. It's really testament to the power of not only the player, but also the deck. And I hope you guys give it a try. It's incredibly anti-meta here, and you can see stalemate at the beginning of this match. Actually, Baby Dragon being played by Tauron, and now's a good time. He wanted to give a big shout to his clan, the Global Empire, best clan in the Balkans, according to them. But hey, much love to the Global Empire. I'm sure they're highest on ladder probably in the Balkan region. And a big shout out to Budo, excuse me, the leader of the clan. Sorry, Budo. All right, so here we go. It's going to be a Giant Skeleton going same lane as this Golem here. Let's see how he handles the first Golem push of the match. He cycles a Miner, getting some chip damage in the right lane. The opponent responds with an Ice Wizard. We pull that Golem with the Tesla. Now we have a Giant Skeleton. I gotta get used to saying that. What's that card again? What is that? Giant Skeleton on that Lumberjack. Nice zap there to make sure that Lumberjack died. We wouldn't really be able to contend with a Lumberjack even if he had a little bit of health, because the Golemites would be tanking for him. So that was a really smart zap. And again, guys, you guys are in for a treat here. Win or lose, I need to get this guy back on. I haven't even barely started the video, let alone finished the video, and I already want to get him back on for another video just because, I don't know, I really like this one. So here we go. It's going to be a perfectly placed Goblin Gang there. Then he's going to use a defensive Miner. He doesn't want it to be taking any damage here. And the opponent comes in with a Golem. We're entering double elixir time, so let's see how he deals with a big Golem push in double elixir time. He's going to start out again by mirroring that Golem play, same lane, with that Giant Skeleton and setting up that Tesla right smack dab in the middle. So let's see how he handles this. Baby Dragon down immediately onto that Mega Minion. The Giant Skeleton, of course, not doing much for DPS. Poison comes down. As soon as that Poison was down, he went in with that Balloon in the left lane. Obviously, the last card must be NATO. He's probably going to activate King Tower here, but not before that Balloon gets one hit. Speaking of NATO, a beautiful NATO there, pulling everything into that Giant Skeleton's Giant Bomb, and that's why he mirrors the Golem play with the Giant Skeleton. Not because of the DPS, not necessarily to stick around and do a lot of damage to the support troops, but rather so we can use that NATO, pull everything together after the Giant Skeleton is dead, and make sure he times it perfectly to stop that push in one fell swoop. So here we go again. It's Giant Skeleton, it's Baby Dragon. The Golem's going to die there. A couple Spear Goblins still left alive. We have the Giant Skeleton at about 2/3 health. We're going to go in opposite lane, predicting that Ice Whiz with that Miner just beautifully. Of course, a NATO is in hand by the opponent, and they choose to use it there, pulling that Balloon back, not into the Baby Dragon. We will get death damage on that left tower. Meanwhile, we activate our King Tower, pulling that Lumberjack to the King Tower. So that was a really nice King Tower activation here. And again, we're going to go same lane with the Giant Skeleton, and this is just going to be textbook at this point. I'm glad we had a Golem match to start things out, and we'll show you how this deck absolutely just destroys against Beatdown. Here it is again. A high Tesla that time to snipe that Ice Wizard at the river there. Beautiful play. And then we go in with another Balloon and another Miner onto the tower. We're going to be guaranteed that Miner damage. We NATO everything. He NATOs everything. We zap to retarget. Are we going to get the Balloon there? No, we're not, but we will get the death damage again. And again, the Golem doesn't do any damage to our tower. Very little damage to our left tower. He's making this look easy, textbook here. Here comes another Balloon and the Baby Dragon. Here comes the Miner. Miner's onto the tower, getting more chip damage despite the activating. Oh, look at that NATO! Pulls that Baby Dragon to the opposite lane along with the Ice Whiz, and that's going to be GG. I told you this guy was good, guys. I told you he was good. I mean, that was a beautiful NATO at the end, pulling the Ice Wizard and pulling that Baby D. Get out of here. Get out of here. I want to win. All right, let's check to see where he is real quickly, and then I will edit out and bring you the next match. So currently 6th in the world with Giant Skeleton. Be right back, guys. All right, guys, match number 2 underway against Abe, or AB. So starting plays with this deck, of course, it's an interesting deck. I mean, you don't have a big spell in the deck, and that's something that you guys should all be aware of before you pick it up and bring it into the arena. So for that reason, you kind of, I mean, obviously pump isn't much of a thing anymore, so you can start out with a miner, but just be aware, if in the odd chance you are going against an elixir pump, your miner is really your only weapon. But because elixir pump is not a thing, because Three Musketeers is really not a thing right now anymore, thanks to the death blow of 10 elixir, 10.5 elixir, you know, Sparky though, what is this deck? What are we doing? What, are you serious? Is this top 10 ladder? Sparky Zappe? Oh my god. Okay, how he's gonna deal with this? But anyway, because there's no pumps in the game right now and no Three Musketeers, it makes this deck even better, right? Because you don't have to worry about not having a big spell. You're not gonna run to 3 Muskies, that's for sure. Another beautiful NATO there, killing that Sparky. Making it, that was really kind of an iffy situation. I thought he might even take a lot of damage there. But no, Giant Skeleton Bomb in the NATO took care of everything just fine. So anyway, a Goblin Gang split should be your starting play, or a miner onto the tower in the safe anti-NATO spot, of course, guys. So let's go ahead and see what he does here, splitting a Goblin Gang. Obviously, noteworthy here that we're about halfway through this match, and he has not used his balloon yet. He wants to identify all the air counters in the opponent's deck, and just pick your spots here. You're not playing this deck like the Pompeo balloon cycle. You're not being super aggressive. You're rather playing it defensively because you have enough defensive firepower to handle anything. So here it goes again. Is it going to be a rinse and repeat scenario here where he's going to NATO again? Here's the NATO, and there's the push. Bye-bye Sparky, bye-bye Giant, bye-bye whatever the heck else was there. Wow, I just something so bizarrely gratifying about seeing the Giant Skeleton Bomb NATO. And by the way, from the other matches that I watched previous to this recording, he uses that play a lot, not just against Sparky, not just against Golem, but the NATO, defensive Giant Skeleton Bomb is really, you know, what makes this deck so powerful. So if you're picking up the deck and you're not having success with it, you're probably not making that play enough. You're probably not utilizing, and this is one of those decks, I wouldn't say it's the highest skill cap deck ever, but it's definitely a deck that you're gonna have. And look at that zap. He knew he had to use the zap or he would have taken a Sparky hit there. Meanwhile, we get a ton of damage on the right tower thanks to that baby dragon. But again, it's one of those decks that it just takes some reps. You need to get your repetitions in there before you take this deck into the arena expecting a lot of success with it. You got to get the hang of using the NATO again with the baby dragon, the NATO with the Giant Skeleton Bomb, when to use both. And there it goes. We just narrowly missed that right tower, but we will get the death damage and take care of those spear goblins. So first we went against a golem, now we go against a giant Sparky, and you can see we're using that same mechanic that we talked about there, the NATO and the Giant Skeleton. What's that card again? So here we go again. It's going to be a split lane push here. Baby Dragon's going to take care of those bats. Meanwhile, Tesla will temporarily pull that Giant over. But we go a little bit of offense here, a little bit of defense through offense. The Giant Skeleton Bomb's going to take care of a lot of damage off that Sparky. We have Zap in hand, though. We go ahead and opt to Zap there. Better safe than sorry. Not sure if we needed it, but either way, we're only about 30, 40 seconds here into overtime, and things are looking pretty good. But remember, our only real proxy card to do immediate damage onto the opponent's tower, besides, of course, our Zap, is our Miner, so it's not like this game is over yet. So we go in with the Baby Dragon there, and the predictive NATO to take care of the minion horde. He knew it was coming, and there it is. That's 2-0. Tauron's a beast. Be right back with you guys for match number 3. All right, guys, here we go. Match number 3. Did I tell you this guy was sick? I mean, maybe it's just me, and I apologize if I'm way too enthusiastic and excited about this, but you know what? I mean, off meta is cool. I get a lot of you guys in the comments. I actually saw on Reddit the other day, someone was like, yeah, CWA is pretty good, but he doesn't do enough, like, off meta stuff. But the fact of the matter is I'm hesitant to share a deck just because it's crazy off meta. Like, I can share bomb tower decks and bomber decks with you all day till I'm blue in the face, but I also like to share decks that people actually have a high level of success with. So now that I found one here, King Tower activated again, now that I found one here, I'm just so excited about it. But generally speaking, it's not like I'm adverse to sharing off-meta content with you guys. I'd love to, but I just want to make sure it's not, you know, I'm not just sharing it just because it's weird and crazy, but because at least, you know, some of you can have success with it. So anyway, here we go, guys. It's going to be a Giant Skeleton on that Bandit there. So it's a Brit Spam deck here. and we'll see how we kind of negotiate this matchup. Our barrel comes down, Musketeer bridge spam with the Lumberjack as well. I wonder if this is a Ram Rider deck. Anyway, here we go. We're going to go all in here on the right. Giant Skeleton Bomb cleans up that Musketeer. We have the minions down by the opponent. Zap comes down. That was beautiful. We get that tower, 1 hit, that make that 2 hits, maybe even 3 hits. We use the defensive miner on the other end, clean up against that Lumberjack and that Bandit. And there it is, the Goblin. What do you call that face? I don't know, the plotting face? The villain Goblin. Either way, we get a couple hits plus the death damage on that right tower. Another beautiful kind of baby dragon and zap combination, taking care of a lot of those defensive troops there on that push. So with about 70 seconds left here in the match, it's going to be the opponent's play, and they opt for the Musketeer in the back. We respond with a giant Skelly. Now we're a little bit worried here. We're going to pull that Tombstone and play the Tombstone. What? We're going to pull that Battle Ram with the Tesla. No Tombstone in either of these decks, Ash. Come on, man. It's not that difficult. Now you see why they don't hire me for a CRL. So here we go. It's going to be Bandit Ice Golem here, and we're going to use the defensive miner. Unfortunately, we do take that Bandit charge, but we have that Baby Dragon to help out as well, and Bandit does not get to the tower. And again, here we come with the preemptive Giant Skeleton and the Tesla there. Tesla's going to retarget onto that Musketeer. We're going to take a charge from that Bandit onto our Tesla, aka the Tombstone, according to some newbie YouTube mediocre hosts. And we have the Baby Dragon on the Ice Golem in the right lane. Now again, we still need to get that tower down. We don't have a big spell here, so let's see what we do. Miner goes in, he catches the Miner with the Lumberjack here, so this game is still on. The NATO comes down against that Battle Ram, but this could be trouble here. 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left, 1 second, we're into sudden death overtime. We did not get any damage on that tower. However, we do have that Baby Dragon still alive. We go in with the Miner. This time he does not guess the Miner location, and that's gonna be GG. Baby Dragon with a fiery breath on that right tower takes it down. Wow, guys, 3-0. This guy is incredible. This is just incredible. Be right back with you guys. All right, guys, here we go into the next match. So, this is it. This is the match for #1 in the world if he wins it. So let's see what happens here. Going against Star from Nova, Iran, going in with the Furnace Goblin Barrel. We opt to zap there. Interesting to see bait this high on ladder here, guys. The state of bait right now, it's funny, we talked about this 2 videos ago when Morton, the bait pro, came on voice, and a lot of you guys in the comment kind of agreed with us that bait, or Goblin Barrel specifically, might need a little bit of a buff. I'm curious to see if any of you guys agree or disagree with that. I know it's kind of a polarizing card, so some people inevitably were just like, are you kidding me, you idiots? Don't make bait so strong or whatever. And I was ready for that, but at the same time, I kind of miss the days where bait like ruled top ladder. Right now in competitive play and in top ladder, it's very seldom. And this guy's playing a mirror bait deck. Is this the bowler mirror bait deck with the Furnace? This deck can be incredibly annoying. Can we activate? We do activate there. Nice activation. You really need that as early as possible. Needless to say, this goes with any Tornado deck that I share here on the channel. But you're going against bait, you're going against Graveyard. Going to be very valuable to get that early activation. Of course, Hog Rider, the same thing. So here we go again, but especially against bait and Graveyard. It's paramount. So Inferno Tower. Oof. Okay, we go in right lane with Balloon, but he mirrors the Inferno Tower. Uh-oh, that's gonna be trouble here. Okay, very interesting. Mirrored Inferno Tower. Well played from Tauron there. I don't know how we're going to get through the potential mirrored Inferno Tower. And the one, I guess, weak spot in this deck is we don't have the, we have the NATO, which is nice to hard counter the Goblin Barrel, but we don't have like Log or any secondary counter to it. We're just gonna have to use Goblin Gang and Zap and Baby Dragon, whatever we have at hand. Now we get a Baby Dragon to that left tower, gonna get a couple shots off with the Baby Dragon, and we're gonna go ahead and NATO, perfect NATO there to avoid any damage. But here's the issue, right? The mirrored Goblin Barrel. Again, we don't take any damage though. We have the Giant Skeleton and the Goblin Gang in the right. So a 9 elixir counter to that 4 elixir mirrored Goblin Barrel there. Certainly not what we're really looking for, but let's see. We have Zap in hand, I believe. But the problem is this deck with the Skarmy, the Inferno Tower, the Goblin Barrel, and the Goblin Gang, they have a lot that we can feasibly use our zap against, and you can see that Star here is taking every opportunity to get fireball value on that baby dragon. He knows he can defend against Tauron here. He's just worried about getting that damage as we do enter into sudden death overtime here, guys, right now. So Balloon, I was gonna say Balloon might get to the tower here, but no, it's gonna run right into that furnace, unfortunately. How can he win this one? Oh man, what a matchup. What a weird matchup this high on ladder. This is a weird bait deck, guys, but give it a shot if you want. The preemptive fireball coming down with that mirrored goblin barrel, so another heavy elixir offensive by the opponent. This is going to be kind of a do or die push for us here. It's going to be the Inferno Tower. We have the balloon down as well. A miner comes in. We have a furnace down for the opponent. Goblin Gang down for the opponent. Meanwhile, this furnace is going to take, or the Inferno Tower, excuse me, is going to do a lot of damage to that balloon. We can't get that balloon to the tower. We do get the death damage in one shot from the baby dragon. NATO is ready there. We play that high Tesla there at the bridge, but again, the fireball comes down with the mirrored goblin barrel, and that's going to be GG. I don't know what he could have done there. What a funky deck. Not going to hit number one today, but we will play another match. Be right back. All right, guys, here we go against Crumdog from Crucible Wrath. I don't know if we've ever had him on the channel, but we certainly had him being played against here on the channel. Sometimes he wins, sometimes he loses. A really good player, and he starts out with the battle ram in the back, so perhaps another bridge spam deck. Well, not perhaps, it's going to be another bridge spam deck, and it looks like, because of the minions, it looks like it's going to be my P.E.K.K.A. spam deck. I mean, you don't see battle ram and minions in too many other decks. Let's wait and see here, but things are looking like it's going to be my deck versus Tauron's off meta deck. My disgustingly powerful meta deck versus the OP, interesting off meta counter deck, and a P.E.K.K.A. in the back here. Let's see how we respond to this. It's going to be with the giant skeleton. I always go to call him Goblin Giant now for some reason. With the giant skeleton, let's see, what are we going to do here? Activate King Tower with that bandit. Beautiful play there. Now we have a giant skeleton on a P.E.K.K.A. and a Royal Ghost and a battle ram coming down the right lane. We're going to use that miner defensively, and beautiful placement with the miner. Did I tell you guys, I mean, this precision placement and just all the decision making that Tauron makes, you can just see the thought process, so technical, so patient. He had that Royal Ghost and that battle ram coming down, uses the defensive miner. He pauses for a second or two, uses that Tesla so that the miner was already on that Royal Ghost, and then the Tesla will take care of that battle ram. It doesn't take much damage there. And then he goes in with the gang here, and just like that, we have the damage advantage halfway through this match. So Crumdog, obviously a very good player. He's going to keep the pressure going here with a bandit in the right lane. We're going to just let this bandit go, I guess, taking advantage of that activated King Tower, but not before he does about 1,000 damage, give or take, to that right tower. So let's see how he handled this. I bet a balloon's going to come down, and there it is. Of course, he has E-Wiz in hand. He also has minions one card away. So we use a defensive miner there against that battle ram. But nice job by Crumb taking care of that balloon. We will get the death damage, and then we're going to get a giant skeleton death damage to clear up all of those defensive troops on the counterattack. We'll let that E-Wiz go. We're happy for him to kind of split his damage. There's the Goblin Gang there. Maybe an ill-advised zap coming down from Crumdog there. Probably didn't need it. He wasn't going to get any extra damage anyway. And here we go again. Knowing that the minions are in cycle, he's one card away from the E-Wiz. The zap comes down, but we don't get to the tower. Oh, man. That was so close. Anyway, on the defensive end here, things are looking okay. We have 1884 HP remaining on the opponent's left tower, 1721 remaining on our right tower. Come on, Tauron, get a win to end this video, man. Let's do this. We go right into a P.E.K.K.A. That moment when you cross the bridge and you run right into a P.E.K.K.A. Let's see how he deals with this here. Can we get to the tower? We NATO there, but we weren't able to get to the tower. However, again, the death damage does land on that left tower. What's the elixir at right here? Basically tied right now, elixir-wise. Probably another defensive miner, and there it is against that Royal Ghost in the right lane. Now we're going to go ahead and reload with a baby dragon in the right. Oh, giant skeleton. I'm like, how is he going to answer this? Giant skeleton. Battle ram does not connect there. Tesla at the very last second. Nice job there. And again, that activated King Tower from that bandit really coming in handy here, helping anytime we get a little bit of incidental damage. Those barbarians barbarians or that bandit, you can be rest assured the King Tower will be helping out. Another defensive miner here to answer against this Royal Ghost. That's also preventing us from doing a good job kind of keeping that miner aggression up on that left tower, comboing it with the balloon. Another giant skeleton smack dab in the middle here, and there it is, another Tesla. I wasn't sure if that Tesla would connect or aggro that battle ram there, but it does. Everything's good there. I should trust Tauron and certainly not myself. Sometimes, I'll be honest with you. Okay. Oh, wow. The NATO Zap combo. Where's that E-Wiz? Where's that E-Wiz? He doesn't have the E-Wiz! And there's the E-Wiz, but too little too late, and there it goes. Man, this guy's a beast. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this deck and this video. I had a real lot of fun bringing it to you guys today. Another huge shout out for Tauron, and congrats on your success, man. That's absolutely crazy that you are this high on ladder, top 5, top 10 using Giant Skeleton. You've been an inspiration for many of the off-meta fanatics and enthusiasts out there watching. So guys, check out his player stats and profile thanks to statsroyale.com. That will be in the show notes below. And a huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out his information as well. Thank you so much for watching all the way till the end, guys. I really appreciate it. And as always, take care, guys.